Good evening, everyone. My name is Cheryl Sarnice, and I'm glad to be here at the 2024 Ocean Renewable Energy Conference. I will be presenting the Strangford-Lowe Tidal Energy Phototype CGen, the world's first grid-connected commercial-scale tidal turbine. I will go over the underlying technology, ecological interactions, interested and affected parties, and the lessons it offers for scaling marine renewables responsibly. First, let's talk about prototype overview and the technology. CGen functions as an underwater wind turbine. It has two 16-meter rotors, drive induction generators housed in a cell mounted on a single 3-meter diameter steel pile. The cross arm can yaw 180 degrees, so blades capture the power on both ebb and flood phases. The device began exporting electricity in July of 2008, and it has consistently delivered up to 1.2 megawatts until decommissioning happened in 2019, proving that the engineering viability of the tidal stream conversion. Why Strangford-Lowe in Ireland? Strangford-Lowe was selected because the constricted narrows amplify tidal velocities beyond 4.5 meters per second. This is ideal for high-yield turbines. At the same time, sheltered water lower installation risk, and the nearby grid substation simplifies transmission. The prototype produced roughly 2 gigawatt hours annually, enough for 1,500 UK homes without combustion emissions and with a seabed footprint of only 28 meters squared. Okay, moving on to scaling scenarios. Scaling to an 8-unit 10 megawatt array would expand annual output to roughly 30 gigawatt hours, covering a fifth of domestic demand in County Down. The economies of scale, shared electrical infrastructure, and next generation CGen S rotors could drop levelized energy costs toward 12 pence per kilowatt hour by the end of the decade, positioning tidal energy competitively with offshore wind in high resource straits. To the right, you're going to see an infographic that I put together to summarize what we've just talked about. Turbines architecture, the site bathymetry, annual energy yield, and preliminary sustainability scorecard. I will reference these baseline figures as we transition into ecological considerations. Moving on, next I'd like to talk about the ecosystem and planetary boundaries. Independent monitoring by Queen's University Belfast and SMRU Marine recorded over 5,200 harbor seals transits with 0 blade strikes. Acoustic tagging confirmed that the animals detect and avoid the rotors well beyond the danger zone. Benthic survey found minor scour rings within 5 meters of the pile, but no statistically significant loss of sessile invertebrate cover. Consequently, the prototype contributes positively to the climate change boundary while exerting low pressure on biosphere integrity, provided strict adaptive management continues. And now we have the interested affected parties, IAPs. To the right here, I've listed 5 of the IAPs I felt were important. A multitask stakeholder assessment revealed cautious optimism from Portaferry fishers who value secure fisheries access, strong advocacy from the government agencies keen to meet net zero mandates by 2030, and conditional support from conservation NGOs who insist on transparent ecological data. These positions shape permitting pathways and social license to operate. Deep dive marine conservation scientist. I did an analysis that focused on marine conservation scientists. Their earlier insistence on an adaptive management framework resulted in the world's first automated sonar triggered shutdown when large marine fauna approached. Their longitudinal dataset now underpin EU Horizon research on cumulative tidal array effects. Crucially, they advocate site-specific acoustic thresholds, knowledge that directly informs environmental licensing for future deployments worldwide. Portability to other regions. The Strangford experience illustrates that compact pile mounted turbines, coupled with robust wildlife monitoring, can satisfy stringent ecological regulators. Furthermore, revenue sharing models tested locally enhanced community buy in, a model exportable to high velocity straits such as Raz Blanchard in France, Manus Passage in Canada, and Cook Strait in New Zealand, where similar hydrodynamics exist. In closing, Strangford Lough has demonstrated that the tidal stream energy can be both technologically sound and ecologically responsible when guided by adaptive management and inclusive stakeholder engagement. Scaling to the multi-device arrays hold tangible promise for decarbonizing coastal grids while fostering local economic resilience. The lessons learned here could accelerate responsible deployments in other high current regions. Thank you, and I really enjoyed being at this conference. Following are my references.